Not an expert, not a professional, I'm just a guy looking to leave today better than I found it. And if you're like me, you're constantly looking for ways to improve yourself. My name is Wade, and this is the place where we learn to be better together. It's Wellness Wednesday time.
Making a difference. Standing for what's right. A better tomorrow starts here. From the Do Good, Be Great studios, you're listening to the Daily Good.
Middle of the week is here, and we are so grateful to have your listening ear. Happy hump day, everybody. We kick it off with some wellness tips for you. 5 habits that will improve your emotional wellness, courtesy of Dr. Guy Winch in the Huffington Post. Number 1, protect your self-esteem. Self-esteem is the armor we wear to the battle of life, and yet, when it is low, we often become self-critical and injure it even further. We would never spread salt on a cut or run around in a t-shirt in freezing weather if we had a cold, but for some reason, we have no qualms about kicking our self-esteem when it's already down. Even more concerning is that by weakening our emotional armor, we make ourselves more vulnerable to things like failure, rejection, anxiety, and stress. So stop the self-criticism and protect your self-esteem when it's low by practicing self-compassion. Whenever self-critical thoughts pop into your head, consider what you would say to a close friend who expressed similar feelings. Then, address those exact thoughts to yourself. Practicing self-compassion and allowing your self-esteem to recover will give a big boost to your overall mental health. Number 2, take control after a failure. Failing impacts our perceptions such that our goals seem further out of reach and our abilities seem less up to the task. As a result, we often feel helpless and passive, and we lose our motivation. To combat those feelings, review your goal and how you approached it. Make a list of all the factors that are in your control, such as effort, preparation, and planning, and give thought to how you can improve your execution of each of them. Focusing on variables that are in your control will balance out deftest thoughts, do wonders for your motivation, and consequently improve your chances of future success. Number 3, distract yourself from brooding thoughts. I immediately think of Edward from Twilight when I hear that. Stewing over upsetting events only makes us feel worse, as brooding is surprisingly damaging to our mental health. When you find yourself stuck in a cycle of brooding and stewing, disrupt the urge to brood by developing a zero-tolerance attitude toward your repetitive, distressing thoughts. As soon as the thoughts begin, distract yourself by engaging in a task that requires concentration. Try listing state capitals, the names of your middle school classmates, or the order of songs on a playlist. Provided you catch it quickly, distracting yourself for 2 minutes is sufficient for the distressing thought to recede and for your mood to recover. Number 4, find meaning after a loss. Loss is a natural part of life and something none of us can avoid. Regardless of how painful or traumatic the loss, one aspect has been found to be extremely important for emotional recovery, and that is our ability to find meaning in the events. Once you've begun to heal, think about possible ways in which you might derive some good from the situation. Perhaps you can develop a greater appreciation for those who remain. Maybe even make changes that allow you to live your life in closer accordance with your values and ideals, or take action to honor what or who has been lost. Doing so can be challenging, but gaining a sense of appreciation and purpose will allow you to gain strength from your memories rather than feel broken by them. And number 5, recover self-worth after a rejection. One of the reasons rejections are so painful is they register in our brains like physical pain. Did you know that? But unless we know that, and we did not, we're likely to misinterpret the magnitude of emotional pain we feel as an indication that we're weak, needy, or pathetic, and damage our self-worth even further. In order to help your self-worth recover, remind yourself of what you have to offer. Make a list of attributes you know you possess and that are valuable in the sphere in which you are rejected. For example, dating life, social life, or work life. Choose one and write a paragraph or 2 about why the quality is meaningful and valuable to you, and why it would be equally meaningful and valuable to another person, such as a dating partner, friend, or employer. Reminding yourself of the many substantial things you have to offer will help your self-worth rebound, ease your emotional pain, and improve your short and long-term mental health. Acquiring new habits isn't easy, but isn't it time we gave our emotional health the same tender, loving care we typically afford our physical bodies? Yeah, I thought so too. Never miss a Daily Good podcast by subscribing to Do Good Be Great on iTunes. Check us out on Facebook, searching Do Good Be Great there, liking our page so we can break up the negativity throughout the week with our positive, uplifting stories. And my friends, we will see you again for Feel Good Friday. Until then, continue to be great.
Daily Good.